Brain box.
Could you please leave the class? This is gonna be a short one, but whatever. This happened on Thursday in my geography class. I'm a high school student, so the night before I got absolutely no sleep because I had been studying for an important exam from a different subject. The geography class started at 2:35 p.m. and was supposed to end at 3:20 p.m. Our school has all attendance rules on their website and I know them like the back of my hand. The rules state that if a student misses 5 to 20 minutes of the class, he will be written down as late, and it isn't that big of a deal. But if the student misses 20 plus minutes, the teacher is supposed to write that he wasn't there, and the student must, next day of school, provide a handwritten excuse stating the reason for him/her missing the class, signed by parent/guardian of said student. Otherwise they could even get suspended if it repeated. I found a loophole. So, this class started, and the teacher went on to give a very important lecture about the economics of Mexico. This is when I started falling asleep. I woke up several minutes later with the teacher standing above my desk, looking at me angrily. "Teacher, I don't need you sleeping in here. Please pack your things and leave the classroom and go sleep at home. I will write absent into the admittance." Me swiftly checks time. 17 minutes to the end of the class. As the school code of behavior states, I as a student must obey your commands if they are in order with said code. See you on Monday. Teacher, I will write absent and vouch for this being inexcusable. Me, with all due respect, you can't, since the class ends in now 16 minutes and you commanded me to become absent. See you on Monday. She didn't even mark me as absent or do anything to stop me. The look on her face as I was leaving the room was priceless. Petty sibling compliance. This is going to be a short story. I'm on mobile. First post, English is my first language. I'm just bad at it. All the usual stuff. Anyway, onto the story. So, this just happened a few minutes ago. I'm in a bit of a crummy mood since I caught a cold and was just with my family a few hours earlier, which is always a bit stressful for me. It was just one of those days. Anyway, I walk into the kitchen to look for something to snack on or get some more iced tea. My sister was at the counter cutting up some cucumbers for a snack. She was singing one of those stupid Fortnite songs. Before you ask, no, I don't know or care which one it was. She does this a lot, and she knows it annoys me. It's not the song itself, or her bad singing voice, it's just that she sings it a lot, just because petty sibling stuff. I'm sure most of you with siblings understand what I mean, so I just sigh, look at her, and while trying not to raise my voice say, from now on, please don't sing your stupid Fortnite songs when you're in the same room as me. She doesn't say anything, but she does stop. Now you might see where this is going, but just in case you don't, I'll tell you. I left the kitchen after getting some more iced tea, and as soon as I step out of the kitchen, she starts singing again. Loudly, I turn around and look at her and ask, "What did I just say?" She doesn't even look at me and just simply responds, "You're not in the same room as me." I didn't say anything and just went back to my room to type this. I'm honestly not even mad and was trying not to laugh the entire way back to my room. If you don't eat your veggies, we'll give you even more. I've been lurking and loving this sub for quite a while now, and it reminded me of an innocent bit malicious compliance I did when I was a kid. This happened when I was about 7 to 10 years old, I think. I don't remember that well. My parents were always fairly strict, in a way good parents are. My dad used to be an athlete and my mom is really into cooking, so health and healthy eating has always been heavily emphasized in our home. This included eating a lot of veggies. Me, being a 8Y/O brat, of course didn't like vegetables as I was a pretty picky eater. I would always struggle to finish my plate of vegetables after I always immediately had eaten all the meat. So my parents implemented the rule, you have to eat what's on your plate. If you don't, we will put even more veggies on your plate. The threat of having to eat even more veggies always worked wonders. There was however always one exception to all the healthy eating. Once a year we would go to McDonald's on the way back from vacation. Me and my sister always really looked forward to it. My dad thought it was horrible. This is where the MC comes in. When we were on our yearly McDonald's visit, I just suddenly stopped eating my fries. My parents looked kinda surprised because normally I'd eat them, as if my life depended on them. Why aren't you eating your fries me? Fries are vegetables, right? Dad, well technically yes me. Well the rule says, if I don't eat my vegetables I get more. My parents then start laughing, and my dad went on to get more fries while shaking his head. First time posting here, hope you guys like it. Also sorry for possible mistakes, English is not my native language. TL, doctor at the end. So every other week I'm going home from college to spend weekend at home. I'm going by train and the ride is usually very nice. I have plenty of time to do some studying, listen to music, watch movies etc. But not this time. This time some jerk decided to watch something on his phone, no headphones, just blasting it from that shitty speaker on maximum volume. I don't know why he thought it was appropriate, but I could see the annoyed faces of other passengers and I myself was pretty pissed too. So I asked him if he could use headphones and remind him that in case he don't have them, he can ask steward to borrow some. He immediately started yelling at me that he can do whatever he can, that he have the right to use his phone in any way he wants, and that I have no right telling him not to. By that time I already thought about this malicious compliance, so I was kinda happy with his reaction. I asked him whether I have the same rights as he has. He replied with, of course you idiot, now can you fuck off already? So I did. I pulled out my JBL Bluetooth speaker from my backpack and started blasting some good old school gangster rap on maximum volume. Music I knew, based on his looks this jerk will hate. The music was so loud he couldn't hear whatever it was he was watching on his phone. After that he went to ask steward for headphones. His angry face was priceless. Won't let me onto your property? Fine, I'll make sure it keeps flooding. I work in an area where 90% of the property is state owned. We are in the process of finishing up a $7 million construction project. The tenants next door asked if we would install a drainage inlet as it floods terribly because there is a large low spot. I'm talking a foot of water in an area the size of a football field. The inlet would tie into the new drainage system on my site. I tried to gain access to the lot today to do a pre-construction walkthrough and was denied by the security guards. And not only was I denied, they were incredibly rude and basically yelled at me for being there. I have credentials which allow me to go anywhere on the terminal I want, as long as I have a reason. I have been on the property dozens of times. I show the guards my credentials, and they let me in. I reached out to my superiors to find out why I wasn't let in, and to also let them know about the behavior of the guards. Someone I said in the email is in charge of operations for the whole area. They told me it is private property. So now, because it is not state owned, we are not installing the inlets. No one on the construction or engineering side knew it was private property. The state cannot pay for work done on private property. Also, we were supposed to install a new gate and replace a fence, both of which will also not be happening. If the security guards didn't deny me access, the property owner would have got tens of thousands of dollars of free work because no one would have known.